Hey, welcome to the take two with the Glock 41. This is a gun that I keep thinking is well overdue for a range trip, and definitely a good candidate for a take two. I don't shoot this gun nearly as much as I should, and the truth is I don't see these guns out at the range nearly as much as I think I should as well. Probably the only time I really see a lot of these is if I'm doing range officer duty at a GSSF match or something. Then, and even then, a handful. But the Glock 41 is an awesome pistol. It is, of course, 45 caliber. 45 ACP, so it's the real Glock 45. It's basically the Glock 21 with the longer barrel. Takes the exact same magazines. Has the exact same frame. Just a longer barrel and slide. That little target from Tactical AR 500 targets is 15 yards away. So I did a couple of things with this gun. I've had this gun for several years, but I just don't get it out enough. But I did a few things with it. I put on an early pair of TrueGlow sights. You can see, I'll show you a close-up of those, but you can see those ginormous TrueGlow sights, and I also put on the extended slide stop release because I thought it should have had it, because it really is a competition size gun. And if you want to shoot 45 ACP competitively, I think this is a really good candidate. I always have thought that. Everything else is bone stock. Haven't done any trigger work or anything. It is, of course, wearing a Talon grip. And this one, being at very low risk of me carrying it concealed, is wearing a granulate Talon grip. So, something you don't see too often. And that's, I think, the old style too. That Talon grip's been on there for probably at least 3 years. But why do you think it is? And I'm not asking the question just so I can answer it. I really am curious. So why do you think it is that we don't see so many Glock 41s out in the wild? I think they probably sell okay, but you just don't see people shooting them that much. Why is that? People love 45 ACP, we know that. People love Glocks, we certainly know that. And the Glock 21 is one of the most popular Glocks. So why not the 41 for competitions? I don't know. All right, well, that was 3 rounds. I only put 12 in each because that 13th one gets a little snug. So that was 36 rounds of ammo through the Glock 41 Gen 4, and I don't know, it's kind of like getting reacquainted with an old friend. So yeah, that's all well and good. I can hit that steel target, which is smaller than you think, at 15 yards, but let's see what I can do on paper. But also 15 yards downrange is the orange dot on that cardboard target. But what's the first thing you do when you go to the range with your buddies, or you're getting squatted up with your friends at the local match? The first thing you got to start doing before you shoot is get your excuses down. You got to sort of pre-excuse any bad shots. So here's mine today. So this morning I wear contact lenses, and I got towel fuzz on my contact somewhere, and it has been driving me nuts all day. And it's my left eye, which is my dominant eye, which is the one I use to look at my front sight. So all my bad shots I will attribute today to towel fuzz from a new towel on my contact lens. Okay, 15 yards. I can't remember if these True Glows changed the sight picture or not as far as elevation. So I'm going to try and use a tight 6 o'clock hold. Plus at 15 yards, this front sight will completely cover that orange dot. So that is the advantage, for those of you who wonder why some people like a 6 o'clock hold. Because then you don't lose your aim point. It has gotten kind of sweaty out here today, so I'm glad I have this Talon grip. Okay, there was a dozen. And can't tell, but it looks like I went to the left. Looks like I made a circle around it to the left. All right, so never mind all that. Let's talk about the gun. It is the large frame Glock. It is the exact same frame as the Glock 21. I said that. The barrel is longer by about an inch or so. That gives you more sight radius too, which is one of the benefits about a longer barrel gun. And the corresponding slide, of course, is longer. Everything else is exactly the same. I'll tell you what, this would make a really good bedside gun too. The home defense gun that you can take to the IDPA match. Not just the GSSF match. It's got a stiff trigger in it, even for a Glock, but it's probably because I don't shoot it that much. All right, 12 more, and we are definitely being consistent. So that was really it, guys. You know, take two is all about just trying to keep the video short and talk to you a little bit about a gun we haven't looked at in a while together. Glock 41 is long overdue, so I'm glad to have it out here. Don't forget to give me your comments why you think we don't see too many of these. Meanwhile, I'll close this video out with some good shooting footage that hopefully give you a different look at the gun than you've seen before. Glock 41 definitely is a keeper. It's definitely a shooter, and it's one that we ought to see a lot more often than we do. Don't know why we don't.